Hello everybody, welcome to the video. Today we're playing on the PC today. We're playing Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, copyright 1992 by lucasarts. Superb game, completed it many times. This is going to be my first ever long play series, with quite a few people who have actually suggested, so I'm going to do it. But anyway, Mortgage Games, Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, let's go.
Alright, Jones, how are you going to find that statue and all this junk?
Okay, so the game is Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. A point-and-click adventure game by lucasarts, originally released in 1992. Almost a year later, it was reissued on CD-ROM as an enhanced talkie edition with full voice acting and digitalized sound effects. In 2009, the version was also released as an unlockable extra of the Wii action game Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings, and as a digitalized distribution Steam title. And it's brilliant, superb.
Looks dangerous.
The seventh game to use the script language Scum. Fate of Atlantis has the player explore environments and interact with objects and characters by using commands constructed with predetermined verbs. And it goes through a bit of a rough time at the early points of this game. Okay, we head over to the books on statues.
These books don't look familiar. Uh-oh.
It features 3 unique paths to select, influencing story development, gameplay and puzzles. The game used an updated Scum engine that requires 286 base PC, although it still runs as a real mode DOS application. The CD-Talkie version requires EMS memory, enabling to load the voice data.
We better get that roof checked.
Should. It's going to be difficult today because I don't want to talk over Indiana Jones.
Possibly an ancient Mesopotamian cat god.
The plot is set in the fictional Indiana Jones universe and revolves around an eponymous protagonist's global search for the legendary sunken city of Atlantis. Sofia Hapgood and an old co-worker of Indiana Jones who gave up her architectural career to become a psychic supports him along the journey. Right, we're here to find a statue. We look in the left. We look in the middle. We look in the right.
I'll be. Here's what I've been searching for.
Right, we pick up the horn statue.
Strange looking thing. I wonder where Marcus picked it up.
The two partners are persuaded by Nazis who seek to use the power of Atlantis for warfare and serve as the adventure's antagonists. The story was written by Hal Barwood and Noel Falstein, the game's designers, who had rejected the original plan to base it on an unused movie script. They came up with a final concept while researching real-world sources for a suitable plot device.
I'm back.
Indy? You don't look at all well, Dr. Jones.
Exploring our collections can be dangerous, Mr. What was your name again?
Smith. Tell me, did you find a lock to match my key?
You bet I did. Take a look.
What are you waiting for? Let's open it.
Why not? It's an obvious fake.
You may think so, Doctor, but I believe we are opening a new chapter in history.
My word, Indy, a small metal bead. Jewelry, perhaps?
I still think it's a fake.
Then you won't mind if I take it.
Really, Mr. Smith?
Stand back, gentlemen.
I hope you've got a getaway car waiting. You'll need one.
What is this?
He got away.
But we got his coat, Marcus. Hey, what's this? Klaus Kerner, huh?
Good Lord, Indy, the man's some sort of agent from the Third Reich. What does the spy want with the Buddhist statue?
I lied, Marcus. I don't think it's a phony. I can't place the style, but it's old.
Look what else our friend was carrying. An old copy of National Archaeology, and there you are in Iceland.
Yeah, field supervisor for the Jastro expedition. My first real job.
Who's the woman?
Sofia Hapgood. She was my assistant, a spoiled rich kid from Boston, rebelling against her family.
Where is she now?
She gave up archaeology to become a psychic.
How odd.
You can say that again.
Indy, Kerner found you. What if he finds her? We should warn the woman.
You're right. I want to know more about that statue. You know, Marcus, the coldest year of my life was the one I spent in Iceland with Sofia. I'm back. Well, here I am in New York, wondering how Sofia Hapgood got mixed up with Nazi spies.
Okay, so now we have full control, and of course we pick things up and use them later on. First thing we're going to pick up here is a newspaper. Now in this point-and-click adventure game, you can actually die. There's not many I've played in the past where your character can actually die in the game, but this one, you can. But anyway, we're going to open up the back door.
It's unlocked.
What do you want, pal? This ain't no ticket office.
I'm here to enjoy Madam's outrageous orations.
This ain't that kind of show.
Oh, of course not. Madame Sophia is a serious thinker.
Don't kid around, pal. You're talking about my idol.
No kidding. I think she's the greatest.
Me too. There's something about her.
Yeah, she's very smart.
Smart, I'll say. You know what I really like? It's the way she...
The way she makes things easy to understand.
That's it. All that smart stuff seems so easy when I'm listening to her. Say, you're okay for a college boy. Come on in.
Now, if you say the wrong thing, it can result in two things. Him throwing you out, or it can result in a punch-up. Which then you've got to defend yourself. Right, we're inside. So, we've got to talk to the stage hand.
Excuse me.
Aha! You must be the new doorman. About time they got rid of Biff. He was such a pushover.
I want a reading with Miss Hapgood.
Are you crazy? During the show? Write her a letter.
Right, we've got to get rid of this guy, but first we've got to talk to him again.
Excuse me.
Take it easy and watch the show.
Here, my friends, is Atlantis, as it might have appeared in its heyday. Glorious, prosperous, socially and technically advanced, beyond our wildest dreams. 5,000 years ago, while everyone else still wore animal skins, the mighty spirits of Atlantis dared to build a city where knowledge and power were united in true happiness. Centuries later, the famous philosopher Plato wrote about it. He placed Atlantis on a continent out in the deep ocean and described how it was divided into 3 circular parts, such as you see here.
Isn't she something? She can go on for hours.
Okay, we talk to him again. Talk to the stagehand.
Excuse me.
Shh. She's just coming to the exciting part.
What befell this serene city? We may never know for sure. Was it the sea level slowly creeping higher, or the earth itself suddenly shifting? However it happened, panic must have gripped the citizens on that fateful day when proud Atlantis sank beneath the waves. Or perhaps it was a volcanic eruption, and something remains even now. On some questions, the great spirit who guides my thoughts, the all-seeing Nurab Sal, is silent.
I've been through this 100 times. The woman never stops.
Okay, we talk to him again.
Excuse me.
Yeah, what now?
Isn't there something you'd rather be doing?
Like what? Show business is my whole life.
Don't you ever read?
Sure, it's a hobby of mine.
What if I give you something to read?
I might take a look.
Okay, we give the newspaper to him.
Here.
Well, the late edition. I wonder if the Dodgers won. Watch the lights while I find out, okay?
Okay, as crazy as it sounds, he walks away. So, we got to try and get Sofia Hapgood away from where she is. So, we use these levers. We push the right lever. We push the left lever. And then we have to press the button. Which you can't see, but it's there.
There it goes.
And I still feel the presence of Atlantis through... May I present Nurab Sal, the great Atlantean god of
Deceit!
deceit. Thanks, Indy. Indiana Jones? You've got some nerve. Go back, you big jack-o'-lantern. Oh, great. Good night, folks. Come on, mister. I've got a few words to mince with you.
I'd say it's about time.
Oh, no!
Looks like Kerner got here first. Stay put. No one here. Nor here either.
Dr. Uberman, fantastic news. We found the treasure we seek.
That's the second time Kerner slipped away. What does a Nazi spy want with old statues?
Have you seen the newspaper? Listen to this. Germans claim victory in worldwide race to smash the Uranian atom. Chief scientist Dr. Hans Uberman announces plan to harness new sources of energy for the Third Reich.
So? Sounds like they're dreaming to me.
Of course they are. That's why they're looking for the power of Atlantis.
Be serious. I used to think you'd make a good scientist. Yet you've been concealing important artifacts. Artifacts such as archaeology has never seen. You're lucky I don't have you arrested.
So what if I kept a few pieces for myself? Look for a small coppery bead under those clippings in my desk.
What do you know?
Kerner missed the grand prize.
What?
My necklace. Watch closely. The bead is made of orichalcum, the mystery metal first mentioned by Plato. Now I'll place it in the medallion's mouth. Did you see that?
Yeah, creepy. Is your electric bill paid up?
That was Nurab Sal. His spirit is close.
Closer than Atlantis, that's for sure. Suppose I gave this orichalcum business any credence, which I don't. Atlantis has been underwater for centuries.
Shh! I'm getting something. Nurab Sal speaks. He bids us find the... What? Oh, a book, yes. The Lost Dialogue of Plato.
Another fine myth. That book is a legendary hoax.
What if the Nazis have already found a copy? You ever think of that?
You found this stuff in Iceland, right?
Yes, near our old dig site.
I thought so. Who's working there these days?
Bjorn Heimdall, I believe.
Maybe we should pay him a visit. What do you say?
I thought you'd never ask.
Okay, we arrive in Iceland. The Fate of Atlantis was praised by critics and received several awards for Best Adventure, Game of the Year. It became a million-unit seller and is widely regarded as a classic of the genre today. Right, we talked to Dr. Bjorn Heimdall.
Hello.
Dr. Indiana Jones, I believe, and Madame Sofia Hapgood. This is my dig site now. Go away.
Not feeling very friendly today, are we?
I like solitude. It helps me think.
Doctor, what do you expect to find here?
The secret of Hyperborea. That's what the Greeks called Iceland, you know. You've read how they sailed north to a fog-shrouded land, and how they never set foot upon it? Ha! After traveling thousands of miles, mere fog wouldn't turn them back. Some idiots claim they were repelled by ghosts. Poppycock, You know what actually stopped them, Sean?
No, but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
They were stopped by a force field put here by beings not of this earth.
That's fascinating, Doctor. Have you ever heard of Plato's Lost Dialogue?
Yes, there are rumors about such a book, but I've yet to see it. There are two people you might want to visit. Charles Sternhardt in Tikal, a shady fellow, who claims he translated the whole thing. And Philippe Costa in the Azores Islands. As a researcher, he's a farce, but he's a sharp trader.
So you completely discount the supernatural?
Completely. If it's supernatural you want, talk to Sternhardt and Costa.
So long.
Goodbye. Don't come back.
Friendly. Okay, we go to the truck. The two concepts for a supposed sequel were conceived, but both projects were eventually cancelled due to unforeseen problems during development. They were later reworked into two separate Dark Horse Comics series by Lee Mars and Elaine Lee, respectively. Okay, we use the truck.
Let's head for the airport.
Okay, we arrive at the next location, and we'll go to the entrance to the jungle. Now, unfortunately, Indiana Jones does not like snakes. This jungle has one, so we've got to try and get rid of the snake. Now, we do this by using this jungle rodent, but it's got to be in front of the right passageway. So we use the whip with the jungle rodent. There you go, superb. Poor little fella.
Good old Mother Nature.
Okay, we go through the dark jungle path. Now we do a little bit of climbing. So we have to use the tree. There you go. While Indiana Jones is doing this, Sofia Hapgood will find another way around.
Wow, some bridge.
Hi, Indy.
Hello. How did you get over here?
While you were off bushwhacking, I found a path.
Let's look around.
Okay.
Okay, we've got to find Sternhardt. Now we've got to try and pick up one of these kerosene lamps.
Just a minute. That's my shop. Can I help you with something?
Postcards? Replicas of the temple? Souvenir mugs?
No thanks, Mr.
Charles Sternhardt, Ph.D., independent thinker, researcher, and merchant.
Well, what can you tell us about Plato's Lost Dialogue?
I'm the one who translated it, I can tell you that. I'd worry you were here to steal my last copy, but someone called Mr. Smith beat you to it.
Oh, no! What can you tell us about the temple?
Glad you asked. The locals claim Mayan Indians built it. Now I ask you, does this look like the work of primitive savages, or does it seem much too civilized?
Can we take a look inside?
How do I know that you aren't a pair of silly tourists? I only show the temple to reputable scholars.
I'm Dr. Indiana Jones. Is that scholarly enough?
Indiana? Sounds like the name of one of your states, or possibly a cat.
Actually, it was the name of a dog.
Sofia! I'd really like to explore the temple.
Tell me the name of the lost dialogue of Plato.
Unfortunately, we don't know, so what we've got to do is say you don't know the title.
I don't know the title.
Title! Well, at least you're an honest man.
Right, we've got to find out some other way. Luckily, there's a parrot in a tree, so we've got to talk to the parrot. And ask him what the title is.
Title?
Hippocrates, a friend of Socrates.
So again, we've got to speak to the guy again. We do this by picking up again one of his kerosene lamps. There you go.
Well now, let me guess.
Hey!
Yes? You and the little woman decided to take home that special mug, eh?
About exploring the temple.
Tell me the name of the lost dialogue of Plato.
The Hermocrates.
That's it.
That's it.
Well now, perhaps I was wrong. You seem to know what you're doing. Walk this way, please.
I don't trust this guy, Indy.
I know what you mean.
Come on. Here we are. We'll see what you can do.
Okay, we're inside the temple. Now bear in mind we've had 2 bites of the apple to try and get that kerosene lamp. We need the kerosene lamp, but we've got to get Sternhard away from the area.
Can I talk to you, Sofia?
What's up?
Could you talk to Sternhard and keep him occupied?
Okay. Dr. Sternhardt, I'd like to speak to you.
Right, we don't get long, so now we go outside. So basically, Indiana Jones is a thief. Okay, we pick up the kerosene lamp.
Good thing that pest Sternhardt's not around.
And we open it. Right, now we go back indoors.
Excuse me, won't you? Let's see what your friend is up to.
Okay, we use the kerosene lamp, which is now open with the spiral design.
So, you took my lamp, eh? I hope you know what you're doing.
Look, the kerosene ate away the tarnish.
Remarkable.
Now we pick up the spiral design.
Now I got it.
Marvelous.
And now we use it immediately with the animal's head.
It fits perfectly. Now it looks kind of like an elephant.
Amazing.
Now we pull it.
Look at that.
Astonishing. Bless my soul, the tomb of an Atlantean king. Here's a small stone disc with images of land and sea engraved on it. I do believe it's a world stone. At last I have the thing. Goodbye, fellow seekers.
Wait!
Oh no, he got away!
Okay, we pick up the shiny bead.
Too bad for Sternhard. He missed the orichalcum bead.
Okay, we're done here. Now we go back. We head to the airport. So like what Sofia Hapgood did, we'll take a shortcut. A much easier shortcut. Okay, we use the truck.
Let's find the airport.
Okay, for the second time today, we arrive at Iceland. We go to the old dig site. This is where we use the orichalcum bead. Unfortunately, it didn't end well for Mr. Heimdall. He's frozen solid, so we're going to finish his work. We're going to use the orichalcum bead with the eel figurine head.
It fits perfectly. Whoa!
Look, it melted itself right out of the ice.
Okay, we pick up the eel figurine. Right, we're done here. Fate of Atlantis is based on the Scum story system by Ron Gilbert, Alec Miranda, Brad P. Taylor, and Vince Lee. Those is employing similar gameplay to other point-and-click adventures developed by LucasArts in the 1980s and 1990s. The player explores the game's static environment while interacting sprite-based characters and objects. They may use the pointer to construct and give command with a number of predetermined verbs such as pick up, use, and talk to. Conversations with non-playable characters unfold in a series of selectable questions and answers. Right, next location. This will use an eel figurine.
This is his house?
This is it.
Okay, we open the door.
Mr. Costa?
Pipe down, I'm coming.
Be firm, but polite.
I suppose you're selling something. If it's not a priceless artifact, I don't want it.
I hear you know something about Plato's lost dialogue.
Maybe so, maybe no. Who are you?
I'm Indiana Jones.
I'm Costa, and I'm tired of talking to you. Indiana? What kind of stupid name is that?
Nice going, Indy. I could have done better.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, what we do now is talk to Sofia Hapgood.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Here, you talk to the man.
My pleasure.
Okay, we do it again, but this time with Sofia. Open the door.
Mr. Costa!
Pipe down, I'm coming.
He's a touchy old bird.
Watch and learn, Dr. Jones.
Well, hello, beautiful.
Professor Costa. My name is Sofia Hapgood.
Madam Sofia? A renowned psychic?
I hope my friend didn't pester you too much.
He's a friend of yours? Well, no, he didn't pester me that much.
We need some help from you.
Happy to oblige.
What can you tell us about Plato's Lost Dialogue?
What do you want to know?
Do you have it?
Nope.
Have you read it?
Nope.
Do you know what's in it?
Not exactly.
Can you get it for me?
Sorry.
Do you know where we could find it?
Well now, that depends. I might trade the information for a rare Atlantean artifact, such as a certain necklace I've heard about.
I'll never trade away my necklace.
Well then, if that's how you feel, surprise me.
Would you do business with my friend here?
Madam, I'll do business with anyone.
Thanks for your help. Goodbye for now.
At your command, madam. Don't be a stranger now.
What a charming old man.
Trade, huh?
Right, so now he'll actually do business.
Listen,
Yes?
I think you better take over.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
Okay, so again, we knocked on the door.
Mr. Costa?
You again? What do you want?
Let's talk about a trade.
Okay, what you got?
I'm offering this mysterious eel figurine.
Now that looks interesting. You've got a deal, mister. Now listen carefully. I don't know exactly where to find it, but the Lost Dialogue of Plato is in the Pierce collection. Got that?
I think so. The Pierce collection.
Very good. Nice doing business with you.
There you go.
The Pierce collection? You know something, Sophia? I believe Barnett College owns the Pierce collection.
Dr. Uberman, fantastic news.
Colonel, at last!
See what Herr Jones has kindly provided.
What on earth?
Isn't it amazing?
You fool! You come back to show me this prehistoric knick-knack?
Herr Doctor, I believe this knick-knack, as you call it, comes from the lost city.
Then we have failed. I see no evidence here of some magical metal Plato called orichalcum.
Look here. Concealed in the base is a small shiny bead.
And it glitters like fire, exactly as Plato described.
It's my guess we found the treasure we seek.
I never guess. We must test.
My God.
We've done it! The energy of uranium without any radioactivity! And those smug American scientists know nothing!
That gives me an idea. Suppose I place the bead inside the statue's open mouth. You saw that? Think of trucks powered by these beads. Think of tanks. Think of airplanes.
Use your imagination, Colonel. Think big like the American. Think of bomb.
There you go, we're back when we started this video, back at Barnett College. It turns out Lost Dialogue of Plato was here all along. All we're trying to do now is find it.
So why are you dragging me in here?
Plato's Lost Dialogue should be here somewhere.
Need some help?
No thanks, you just get in the way.
Fine. I'll meet you in your office.
You do that. So off she goes. Okay, we're back at Barnett College. Now, every time you play this game, the location of the Lost Dialogue of Plato is never in the same place twice. In fact, it can be one of three locations. It can either be in the Ward collection or the Spray collection, but today it's in the Pierce collection. Now, it can either be inside a gold chest, which is located 2 floors up, or it could be in a cat figurine, which is made out of wax, which you've got to try and melt in a furnace. But I'm going to assume it's going to be inside this tipped over bookcase, the one that landed on me earlier on today. So I've picked up a dirty rag, so we're going to use the rope. We go up there to find an arrowhead, which is located on a shelf. So yeah, it's not having a lot of luck with bookcases today. Right, we pick up the arrowhead. Okay, head down. So no screwdriver, but arrowhead works well. Now this tips over bookcase has got 5 screws. So we use it on each one.
Ouch! The screw came out, but that hurt.
Okay, we use the dirty rag with the arrowhead, so now his fingers will be a little bit more protected. Right, use it for each of the remaining screws.
It's unscrewed.
3 more.
It's unscrewed.
2 more. I'm assuming it's going to be here.
It's unscrewed.
1 of possible 3 locations.
It's unscrewed.
Right, now we open it.
Here it is, the lost dialogue of Plato.
Fantastic, let's go and find Sofia Hapgood. Early on, the player is given a choice between 3 different game modes, each with unique cutscenes, puzzles to solve, and locations to visit. The team path, the wit path, and the fist path. In the team path, protagonist Indiana Jones is joined by his partner, Sofia Hapgood, who will provide a support throughout the game. The wit path features an abundance of complex puzzles, while the fist path focuses heavily on action sequences and fighting sequences. Right, open the door.
I got it. I found Plato's lost dialogue.
Really?
Our jungle friend Sternhardt is quite the scholar.
Let me see. I don't see how this will help us find Atlantis.
Isn't it obvious?
No, it's much too vague. Our only hope is supernatural inspiration.
You mean your old pal Nurab Sal?
If I can make contact, yes. Where's my spirit guide when I need him?
Come on, Sofia. The answer's in the book, not outer space.
So he got his dates mixed up. Why is that so important?
We may not find Atlantis in the Atlantic at all.
Where then?
If Plato is right, Atlantis is in the Mediterranean.
You mean 300 miles from Greece instead of 3,000?
Yes, the cradle of civilization.
You could be right. He once told me he came from the middle of the world. That's what Mediterranean means.
Good old Nurab Sal. I'm starting to like him.
Wait, quiet. I think I'm getting something.
Don't push this too far, Sofia.
Will you just shut up and listen to me? Among the artifacts that Kerner stole was a small stone disc with a hole in it. I'm sure it was one of the 3 stones mentioned in Plato's book. And I didn't find it. I bought it from Alain Trottier in Monte Carlo.
Why should he help us?
Or was it Omar Al-Jabbar in Algiers? Either way, Algiers or Monte Carlo. This much I do know. We need all 3 stones if we want to find Atlantis.
All right, I'm ready to go.
Not so fast. First, I'm going to tell your fortune. Look into my eyes. Deep into my eyes. For Pete's sake, I'm not going to hurt you. Now hold still. You are a remarkable man, Dr. Jones. You possess great strength of character. You are resourceful. You trust others and want them to trust you. The most promising path to Atlantis, therefore, is the one we both must take, together as a team.
All right, I'm convinced. You can come along.
Then let's go, partner.
Don't get any funny ideas. I'll be running the show.
You make it sound so romantic.
Okay. We're going as a team. Okay, so for this long play, we'll go as the team path. So it's nice to have a little bit of company. But anyway, this is Algiers. First we're going to do is talk to the beggar.
Hello there.
Ah, a prosperous American.
You ever hear of Atlantis, old man?
Atlantis. Atlantis. No.
You know where to find Omar Al-Jabbar?
Omar is one of my best customers. His shop is on the other side of the marketplace.
What are you doing here on the streets?
I'm a beggar, Effendi. It is my job to be here. Today I'm offering a discount. Give me food and I'll give you a free gift. Now, let me get back to work, please.
Okay, we've got to find some food. A typical for LucasArts titles, it's possible for the player character to die at certain points in the game. Through dangerous situations were designed to be easily recognisable. A score system, the indie quotation points, keep track of the puzzles solved, the obstacles overcome, and important obstacles found. Right, we're going to talk to the knife thrower.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Do you know where to find Omar Al-Jabbar?
Yeah, the shop nearby, behind the marketplace.
Nice knives.
Yes, they were a gift from my father, the greatest knife thrower in North Africa. I'm trying to follow his example. But alas, no one will volunteer to be my assistant since the accident.
Sorry to bother you.
No bother. I just wish a volunteer would step forward to assist me.
Idea! Talk to Sofia.
Listen,
What?
I think you should volunteer to help the knife thrower.
No, you don't, Jones.
Do it and I'll let you wear my hat.
I'll let you wear my fist if you keep this up.
Come on, assist the guy, will you?
Nope, nope, nope.
Please, it's perfectly safe.
Oh, sure. I wouldn't trust that man to cut carrots.
You're not really looking. Observe that superb technique.
Oh, all right. Gee, knives make me nervous.
Push!
Oof.
Look here, ladies and gentlemen. A volunteer.
But,
Now, my dear, there's nothing to be afraid of.
but...
Just walk over to the board now. Ta-da!
Bravo!
Thank you for your brave assistance, my dear. Allow me to express my gratitude by giving you this souvenir knife.
Here, take this knife before I use it on you.
Thanks. Okay, we have a knife. Let's go find Omar Al-Jabbar. Okay, we arrive at the artifact souvenir shop. First we're going to do, we're going to pick up the mask which is on the wall. And then we're going to talk to the shopkeeper.
Excuse me,
What can I do for you, Effendi?
are you Mr. Omar Al-Jabbar?
I am but a humble shopkeeper. My name is unimportant.
How much for the mask?
You can take the worthless thing. It's scaring away my best customers.
Good.
Excuse me again.
Yes?
Do you ever deal in antiquities from Atlantis?
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Many a fool dreams of the lost kingdom. How may I know your intentions are serious?
I've got a PhD. Will that do?
You have quite a sense of humor, I see.
We're not done yet.
Excuse me again.
Yes?
I'm really interested in Atlantis.
And I really need some reason to take you seriously.
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
For example, it is said that 3 stone discs were needed to open the gates of Atlantis. Show me one of those if you can.
I saw a stone disc once, but someone stole it.
That's too bad. I don't discuss the lost kingdom with amateurs.
Okay, so we've got to go to Monte Carlo. Right, in the meantime, we talk to the grocer.
Excuse me.
Yes?
You ever hear of Atlantis?
Atlantis is a myth, Effendi, like Camelot or Aladdin's lamp.
What looks good today?
Today we have a special, squab on a stick, only 20 dinars.
Do you accept U.S. currency?
Sorry, no.
Oh, a squab would sure hit the spot.
20 dinars, Effendi.
Are you sure you won't take U.S. currency?
I absolutely will not accept filthy American dollars.
Right, so of course, he's got food, we want food. Beggar wants food, we need money. But we're going to have to go to Monte Carlo now. We need to find one of those stone discs. But anyway, again, go to the airport. There's a lot of flying in this game. There you go, we arrived in Monte Carlo.
Well, here we are.
But what does Trottier look like?
How should I know? I've never actually met him. We did all our business by mail.
What makes you think we'll find Trottier here?
All his letters mention how much he likes strolling under the bright lights.
Suppose Trottier shows up. What then?
Bring him up to my room.
This plan sounds kind of harebrained to me.
Don't worry, it'll work. He used to have one of the 3 stones. If we can coax him into a seance, he might let us have it.
If Mr. Sal helps out, of course.
I'll go get ready.
Okay, got to find Monsieur Trottier. And it could be any one of these people, but luckily I've played this game loads, I know who he is.
Just a moment, please.
There you go.
Are you Alan Trottier?
Oh, perhaps. Who's asking?
I'm Dr. Indiana Jones of Barnett College.
Jones. I believe I've heard of you. Yes, of course, the famous archaeologist.
That's me.
And I am Trottier, amateur scholar, part-time poet, professional dreamer. My horoscope told me to find a new path through life tonight. And here I bump into you. Ah, what good fortune.
Madame Sofia's in town and wants to meet you.
Really? The great psychic? Oh, no wonder I felt restless tonight. Still, one must be cautious. I fear being fooled by fakers. To be sure you are a true believer, answer me this. What was Plato's great error?
An error of translation.
Yes, excellent. Obviously, you know Plato's lost dialogue well. How can I help you?
That was a guess, by the way.
Follow me and Madame Sophia will read your fortune.
Oh, this is a big step. I'm not sure.
Come on, take a chance. She's right here in the hotel.
Well, I do need to know the truth. Is Atlantis real or a mere myth? So I'll do it. Please lead the way.
Have a seat, Monsieur Trottier.
There you go. Hopefully he's got one of the 3 stones we require. Hopefully.
Is he here?
Keep him busy. I'm going to try something.
All right then. Give me a minute while I set him up. Oh, Monsieur Trottier, I am so pleased to meet such an expert antiquarian at long last.
Madame flatters me. It is I who am pleased to meet you.
Now then, I need a token of power to set the mood.
Well, I have this stone key. I truly believe it is from the lost city.
Very good indeed. Now we can begin.
Okay, first things first. We open the cabinet. We pick up the flashlight. We open the fuse box. We push the circuit breaker.
The lights. What happened to the lights?
I think Nurab Sal is trying to signal us.
No, it's us being a genius. Right, we pick up the bedsheet. Okay, we wear the bedsheet. We wear the mask. And we use the flashlight. Boom, we're a ghost.
Oh, I feel the presence of Nurab Sal approaching us.
Ooh.
Aye.
Well done, Indy.
Good power, have some of that. Brilliant.
Looks like we have one of the 3 stones. Let's hope we can find a way to use it.
I'll bet Trottier got it from Al-Jabbar. Those 2 do a lot of business together. Let's head for North Africa and find out if I'm right.
Fine. I'll hail a cab while you get changed.
Okay, we're done here. We've got the disc as well. Open up the door.
I better put the flashlight back.
Brilliant.
I'd better put the sheet back.
Perfect. Okay, we're done here. All we're going to do now is wait for Sofia, and you're going to use a cab. And again, we're going to go to the airport.
Wait for me!
Let's go. Okay, we arrived again. We've flown to Monte Carlo and back, but there we go. He's still juggling his knives. So anyway, we have the sunstone, so we've got to try and speak to the shopkeeper. Hopefully he is Omar Al-Jabbar, and hopefully now we'll do some business, and then we've got to do a trade to get the squab for the beggar. A lot to do. Okay, so we give the sunstone to the shopkeeper.
Excuse me. I think this may interest you.
Ah, a sunstone, if I'm not mistaken. And the most stupendous find, Dr. Jones.
How do you know who I am?
Yeah, how?
My dear Miss Hapgood, when you're Omar Al-Jabbar, you know these things.
Then you are Al-Jabbar.
Yes, a lowly dealer in oddities and trinkets at your service.
Let's get down to business, shall we? What do you know about Atlantis?
Yes, tell us.
Well, somewhere deep in the Atlas Mountains, there's an archaeological dig site. I'm convinced it contains the remains of an Atlantean outpost.
Whose dig is it?
Europeans, Germans, I believe.
What makes you so sure it's Atlantean?
From time to time, scoundrels appear in my shop to trade pieces they stole there. The designs are unmistakable.
Where is it exactly?
I'm not exactly sure. I've learned enough to make a rough map, but it's very rough. The problem is the desert is no place for a civilized man like myself.
We'll go.
We will?
I admire your courage, but you'll never survive the desert. Give up while you still have your lives ahead of you.
We'll never give up.
Well then, let it be as God wills it. Come, I'll lend you my map, and a couple of sturdy camels.
Let's go. At the time, a sequel to Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, a graphic adventure was decided. Most of the staff at Lucasfilm Games was occupied with other projects, such as The Secret of Monkey Island and The Dig. Designer Hal Barwood had only created 2 computer games on his own before, but was put in charge of the project because of experience as a producer and writer of the feature films. The company originally wanted him to create a game based on Indiana Jones and the Monkey King Garden of Life, a rejected script written by Chris Columbus for the 3rd movie. They would have seen Indiana Jones looking for Chinese artifacts in Africa. However, after reading the script, Barwood decided that the idea was substandard and requested to create an original story for the game instead. There you go. We have returned.
You've returned alive. Tell me, how was your trip?
Okay, except our camels died a mile out of town.
A terrible shame. Those were my last 2 camels. Perhaps I can make amends in some small way. Do you still have that mask I gave you?
Yeah, I've got it right here. Why do you ask?
I'd like to trade you for it.
What will you give me?
That depends. Do you have anything in mind?
Make an offer.
Well, how about this baseball? It's been autographed by your country's Lou Gehrig.
No, thanks. Can I see something else?
How about this voodoo doll? It was carved from trees in the Black Forest.
I don't think that's it. What else can you show me?
How about this little red wagon? It once belonged to Rudyard Kipling.
I'll take it.
You've made a good exchange, Effendi.
Okay, what we got?
Gee, it's only got 3 wheels. What a swindle.
Okay, it's not great, but will it make a trade? We'll try. Again, this is different every time you play it. But anyway, we're going to talk to the grocer.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I could really use some squab.
20 dinars, Effendi.
Maybe we can make a deal.
What kind of deal?
I'll give you this little red wagon for a squab.
I'm sorry, Effendi, but I cannot make that trade, even though red is my favorite color.
Hold the squab. I'll be back later.
Certainly, Effendi.
Okay, again, it's different every time you play it, and this can take some time, but okay, we want something that's red. So again, we're going to trade. We're going to speak to him and make a change.
Excuse me again.
Yes?
Can I trade my wagon for something else?
Do you have anything in mind?
I'd like it to be red if possible.
Anything else?
Make an offer.
Well, how about this handsome red fez? No gentleman should be seen without one.
I'll take it.
You've made a good exchange, Effendi.
Okay, we'll try a red fez. After all, red is his favourite colour. So again, we'll talk to him. Sounds like a good trade to me. A fez for a squab.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I'd like to make another squab offer.
I'm listening.
Trade me 1 squab for 1 chic new fez.
My grandfather will love this gift, and it's so color coordinated. Here, have a squab.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Again, like I say, it's different every time, and that can take absolutely ages because there's so many items, and there's only one thing that we accept. So now we've got the squab. We're going to give it to the beggar, and he'll give us
Squab,
a.
huh? Looks like a barbecued pigeon.
He will give us a prize, reward.
Excuse me.
You bring food?
Here.
Thank you, Effendi. Here's your free gift.
Fantastic. What is it?
It says 1-day pass Kareem's sightseeing tours.
Boom, have some of that. And we got the knife. And the sunstone. And the map. So it's going well. Okay, we have our balloon ride ticket. So we're going to give it to the balloon man.
I'd like a balloon ride. Here's my ticket.
A valuable all-day pass. Today the skies are yours, Effendi.
Sky's the limit. Okay, we use the balloon. Now, at the moment of time, it's attached to a rope. But luckily, we've got a knife. I think you can see where this is going. Yeah, we're going to steal this balloon. Right, use the dagger with the rope.
We're free.
Okay, we're flying through the sky in a yellow balloon. Along with co-worker Noel Folstein, he visited the library of George Lucas's workplace, Skywalker Ranch, to look for possible plot devices. They eventually decided upon Atlantis when they looked at a diagram in some cheap coffee table book on the world's unsolved mysteries, which depicted the city as built in 3 concentric circles. Folstein and Barwood originally considered the mythical sword Excalibur as the story's plot device, but the idea was then scrapped because they wouldn't have given Indiana Jones a reason to go anywhere except for England. Right, so then we've got to try and land this thing. Basically, we've got to try and land on a no-man camp. And basically, give the map to No Man's, and he'll give us a little bit of help as to where the dig site is. What makes it difficult, you've got to try and land fairly close. And it can be a little bit difficult to control.
Aren't you coming?
I'll stay here and watch the balloon.
Okay, so we give the map to No Man's. And again, this area is huge, and it's different every time you play it.
What do you make of this map?
You are very close to the site. This X is slightly to the north and a little to the west.
Thanks for the information.
Okay, superb. Now, once you're reasonably close, then the X will appear. If you're not, then yeah, you'd probably have to go quite some way away. But that's not too bad at all. That's not too shabby. So, X marks the spot. Boom. But again, it's difficult to control. You press the right mouse button to go higher, but when you're higher, you go faster. Left mouse button to go lower, but it makes you slower. But anyway, you've got to be at the right height and the right speed. So we're heading for the X, and again, you've got to be reasonably close. I think we're close enough.
Ow! I've seen better landings.
There you go. Superb.
Me too.
Not the greatest landing, but it's a landing nevertheless.
I die within minutes in that hellish waste. Forget it.
So, right. Okay, Jamie, that's more than footage. That is episode 1 done. I have to admit, this is the first ever long play I've done, which is going to be as a series, but quite a few people have said, why don't you give it a try? So I'm giving it a try. So hope you enjoyed it, and hope you can join me for episode 2. Until next time, this is Jamie from Morden's Games. Please like, comment, share. Please subscribe to my channel, Facebook, friend, to Twitch. This time in Morden's Games, you find it fairly easy. Please click the bell icon and notify you visit live editing. All these new videos do Hammer been making and live streams on Friday night. You good time in fact o'clock some other weeks. You know, it's easy. Ciao, bye. See ya. Kings. And it's a digitalized distribution that start Steam. A point and click adventure game by lucasarts. Oh my lord. Jamie, this game's like 3-4 hours long. You're making more. It requires 286 base PC. Although it still runs as a real mode DOS application. The CD2 version enhanced. No! Jamie, made it through. Now in this game, you can actually die. But anyway, this game is great because it has 3 different. Okay, so for the first time in this video, we now have full control over Indiana Jones. We have our usual controls. First, we pick up the newspaper. Now, this is very few. In a box, which is on the second to top floor. Or it could also be in the book of...
Let's talk about a trade.
Okay, what you got?
You have a bathroom in there I can use?
Yes and no. Now go away.
Don't say anything.